Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to fuel your body 2 to 3 days before race day, the morning of, also between motos, and I'll give you even a few pro tips on supplementation to help you stay strong all day. Most racers don't realize this, but what you eat and drink the days before a race can make or break your performance. So let's break this down step by step so you know exactly how to show up at the gate fully fueled and ready to perform at peak performance. Let's start with what to do when you wake up in the days leading up to a race. Each morning, I recommend starting your day with 12 ounces of water, a pinch of sea salt, and some juice from a quarter of a lemon or lime. You might ask why? Because overnight, your body loses water and electrolytes just through breathing and sweat. So this combo helps rehydrate your cells, improve focus, and kickstart digestion. Salt provides sodium, a key electrolyte for muscle contraction and endurance. And the lemon or lime gives a light detoxifying effect and a small dose of vitamin C. This should be the very first thing you do before coffee and before breakfast. Now, when it comes to the meals, here's the goal. Prioritize clean protein and healthy carbs. You're aiming for 200 to 300 plus grams of carbs per day, depending on your size, your weight, and your training volume. Here's some of the best foods to load up on. For protein, I recommend chicken, ground turkey, lean steak, like a filet or a sirloin, or some fish. For carbs, I like sweet potatoes, rice, oats, pasta, toast. You can do bananas, dried fruits, apples, berries, even some starchy veggies like carrots or peas work. Carbs are what your body turns into glycogen, your primary fuel source during motos. You want your glycogen stores topped off before race day, not just the night before. That's why these 2 to 3 days are so key. But dinner the night before doesn't have to be fancy, just strategic. I recommend a simple plate, maybe 5 to 6 ounces of lean protein like chicken or fish, a big serving of complex carbs like rice, pasta, or sweet potatoes, and a side of vegetables or a salad. But here's the kicker. Slightly increase your carb portion that night. This is going to give your body an extra boost of fuel that'll carry over into race day morning. Also, snacking on these days leading up to racing is super underrated, especially when you're burning a ton of energy through training or work. Each afternoon or evening, I recommend adding in a 30 to 40 grams of carb-based snacks. Here's some key options for you. Toast with honey, a banana or sweet potatoes, dried mango or raisins, oats, fruits, a Cliff Bar. I'm a big fan of the Rhino Power Mana Bar. It's clean, easy to digest, and race tested. This is where you'll fill in the gaps. If you're behind on carbs for the day, a snack is how you can catch up easily. Now, this is big, especially if you're racing in heat or humidity. Aim to drink at least 1 gallon of water per day, spread throughout the day. Don't chug it all at once, of course. Make sure you sip water steadily and add electrolytes at least twice during the day, maybe once midday and again in the evening. You can also use Rhino Power Hydration Fuel. There's a ton of other supplements out there to choose from. But the goal is to stay ahead of dehydration, not chase it on race day. All right, now it's race day morning. You wake up, you're a little nervous, maybe not super hungry, but you've got to fuel up. Step 1, immediately drink 12 ounces of water with sea salt and lemon. Same thing as the days before. Step 2, have a balanced breakfast with protein, carbs, and fats. Here's what I recommend. 2 to 3 eggs, half of an avocado, turkey bacon, breakfast potatoes, or toast with honey. This gives you long-lasting energy and helps avoid those blood sugar spikes and crashes that can zap your focus. But don't try anything new here. Eat foods that your body is already used to. This is one of the most overlooked parts of race day nutrition. But next, let's talk about what to eat between motos. Your goal is to get 15 to 30 grams of fast digesting carbs between each moto. If you're racing something like a GNCC or a long hare scramble or a desert race, you need that amount every hour or so. Here's some solid options. You can go with the Rhino Power Mana Bar like I recommended, or their gels. You can do a Cliff Bar, an RX bar, a banana, dried mango, raisins, or freeze-dried fruit. Any carb source will work for the most part. Next, let's talk about supplements. These aren't going to save you if your meals and hydration suck, but they can give you an edge when everything else is dialed in. Here's the ones that I personally use. I like the Rhino Power stuff. They have their gels. They also have Carbo Fuel. I really like their endurance supplement, helps deliver oxygen to your muscles. I also like their motivation, which is like a clean focus formula with caffeine. And I like their electrolyte capsules. But look, there's no excuse to show up on race day underfueled or dehydrated. After watching this video, you've now got a proven game plan to dial in your nutrition, hydrate like a pro, and stay energized all day long. But this is just one piece of the puzzle. If you really want to level up, make sure you're building your endurance, you're getting stronger, and prioritizing getting feedback on your riding technique. If you're ready to take your racing to the next level, tap the first link in the description and apply for MxFitCo. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.